So let's get into Camber Energy Inc. Quarter 1 2024 quarterly report. And this is James Doris's notes that he DM'd me, but he also tweeted it out. Okay. And so this is how he would have done it. Okay. So CEI Q1 items of note. 8.3 million in revenue compared to 93,000 in Q1 2023. So that's year over year. Stockholder equity is 20.2 million compared to a deficit of 19.5 million in Q1 2023. That's year over year. Majority of loss is attributed to non-cash items, elimination of Florida's convertible instrument, which is important, compliant with NYSE continued listing standards. Power solution division is important in performing. Milestone reached of carbon capture technology, which they should be doing a presentation a lot at Holyoke soon. They're setting that up. So I'm excited. Hopefully they have a lot of videos for that. Distribution agreements and POs received, purchase orders received for Viking Ozone Division. That's awesome to see. And if senior debt is paid prior to January 1st, 2027 maturity date, then any remaining undelivered true-up and entitlements to preferred shareholders will be extinguished. So we're at the end of the preferred share debt death spiral. Okay. We have money coming in. I believe it's 16 million we have to pay off. And then if we pay that 16 million off before 2027, we don't have any more true up shares added to the float, which is amazing. That's great for us. Okay. So the revenue, as this is what the estimate. So we had 8.3 in revenue in Q1 2024. If I times that by 4, and it's just a estimate, okay, it could be higher, it could be lower, but if we estimate that times 4, that's 33.1 million dollars. All right, so that'd be a million. That'd be a million more than what we did in 2023 for fiscal year revenue. Cost of goods sold in 2024 Q1 was 5.9 million. You estimate that times 4, 23.6 million. That's going to be more than what we did in 2023 for COGS. That's something to keep in mind. But if we keep getting purchase orders, obviously we have highly, cash intensive things we're selling in our power division. So we can get those costs down somehow with economy of scale, the better. And per the Q1 report, the shares outstanding at that time was 151.9 million shares. That has since changed, but of that report, that's what it was. The stockholder equity is 21.1 million. And so if you go base it off that, the stockholders equity fair value or book value is 13.2 cents. Then you had 13 cents. Then you had estimated revenue fair value stock prices, 21 cents. And recently, I bring this up. This was technically in Q2, but this is important for future revenue generation. Camber Energy announces purchase order for 3.5 megawatt customized power system. It was a $3.8 million in Canadian dollar purchase. And so when you do that, so 3.8 million Canadian dollars equals 2.7 US dollars. So it was a $2.7 million deal for the US in US money. And so we're having purchase orders coming in, we're getting that revenue. We just got to get the COGS down. We got to get the cost of goods sold down. And so we have to get into the dilution true up share tracker. Okay. This is very important to the price. All right. It's something that we've been dealing with for a long time for this company, a long time. And I think we're at the tail end of it. The company has determined that the Series C preferred stock contains an embedded derivative liability relating to the conversion premium and, upon conversion, a derivative liability for potential obligation to issue true-up shares relating to shares of Series C's preferred stock that have been converted. The measurement period has not expired. Page 22. On March 25th, 2024, the company received a notice letter at NYC stating that the company was back in compliance with all the NYSE American continued listing standards. As a result, the measurement period related to prior conversions of the 240 Series C's preferred share stock ended, and the number of remaining true-up shares due from these prior conversions was fixed at 101.5 million shares. This reduced the value of derivative liability associated with true-up shares to zero. And the fair value of the true-up share obligation at March 25, 2024 was reclassified to stockholders' equity as common shares to be issued. So for $16 million of those 101.5 common shares resulting from true-up shares issued owned regarding measurement period on non-compliance is now classified as equity. So as short, the 101.5 million common shares are now considered equity. So that's $16 million the company has to pay before 2027. So they don't end up into true-up shares added to the float. So we have 2.5 years to pay off this 16 million. I think we can do it with the revenue we're generating it. Okay. So yeah. So this is the post 2024 quarterly one ER dilution. So first, page 43 of CEI 10Q states that 10.4 million shares were added in Q1 from non-preferred C share means, and that means 4.5 million of that did come from the Series H, and so non-preferred C shares was 10.4, and then 4.5 of that came from the Series H. And then page 56 shows preferred C shares conversions was 31.1 million. So in total, 41.6 million shares were added in Q1 according to this report. You know, again, you can go on page 43 of the 10Q and read that yourself. The post 2024 Q1 ER outstanding share update is 175.8 million shares outstanding. Okay. And so the estimated revenues of 2024 is still the 33.1 million. And the stockholder equity is still 20.1 million. But with the updated outstanding share update at 175 million, the book value, the fair value stock price would be 11 cents. And to the revenue fair value stock price is 18 cents. And so you see where CEI is trading right now. It's trading about 17 cents. I'm at actually 11,000 shares now. So I'm there. My average share price is under $4.50 now. But it's holding with all the dilution prior in Q1. It's holding its worth at 17 cents, which is great to see. So it's trending a lot closer to the revenue fair value stock price. Camber Energy stops dilution in 2024, 137, a reverse reduction, the 33rd prime. Camber stock dilution is over in 2024, 333 English ordinal. Powerful decode. You saw James's notes. You saw what I brought up from the filings, the 10Q. The true up dilution is essentially over. They converted it, which is non-cash items. We have to pay that out now, but there's no more bottomless, conversion floor. So these are all good things. Once Camber Energy gets the carbon capture commercialization up and running, once we get the grid detection broken technology up and running, that's more revenue. So we should easily pay off that 16 million to Kirkland at the end of all this within 2.5 years. So things are looking up for this company, in my honest opinion. So that's what I have for Camber Energy, just breaking down that quarterly report real quick. Really, it's just, we know the company is growing. It's more or less getting that dilution out the way. And I think we are on that path. Uh, so we'll see what happens in quarter 2. But things are still growing. Power generation is doing amazing. We have commercialization of carbon capture coming with a presentation soon and in person, so people can see the technology in person. And then we're just waiting on the broken tech line detection to come online as well. So I'm continuing to add. I'm at 11,000 shares now, and I'm going to keep adding along the way. But still, very bullish.